The largest free air show in the whole of the continent of Europe is held every year in Sunderland. But not anymore, as the eco-militants and net zero lovers have decided to permanently ban the air show. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the clown world. The circus run by clowns is getting bigger and bigger as the net zero friends of Greta Thunberg and Attenborough are pushing to ban everything that makes our world our world. Now we have air shows being cancelled left, right and centre. The red arrows will no longer be flying on in the skies because Sunderland and the Sunderland Air Show, which is the largest in the whole of Europe annual air show that is free to get in, has now been cancelled by the Labour Party. Now, Labour Party in Sunderland are in power, and the man in charge, who loves the environment, loves healthy eating, and loves to protect the environment by not completely over-consuming our resources. The reason I say that is because the man is Graham Miller. I'm pretty sure, looking at his face and his body, I'm pretty sure he single-handedly has a negative effect on the planet. I think he needs to look himself in the mirror and all the steak he's eating. And I don't know what else he eats. I don't think it's helping the environment. Pot kettle Graham Miller. It says, I can't think of anything that pumps more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere than a bunch of high-performance jets. And Graham Miller. Seriously, it's embarrassing. I mean, there is a legitimate debate to have. Absolutely. If you want to have clean air and clean water, we could actually modernize society and create more technologies. You don't really have to go around and pour milk in Harrods and Selfridges and Fortnum Masons. I don't understand why they always go to the posh shops. I do know, actually, it's because they all have mummy and daddy issues and their mummy and daddies shop in Harrods to buy their champagnes for the evening. But we now have the British Air Display Associations coming out to say that what the industry is doing is looking into how to reduce and mitigate the emissions that air shows create. But it's an important thing to recognize is that air shows remain immensely popular. I mean, that's the whole point. With any industry, any sector, any area in life and in society, if you want to improve things, you can improve things. If you want to even help the environment, you can help things get better. For example, we had problems with the Victorian times trains. The Victorian era, the trains that we had compared to the trains we now have, the current system and the trains are cleaner and they're also faster. So that's just technology. That's just advancement. And that happens because of enterprise and free market. If you want to use bureaucrats and governments to go and force net zero and shove it in your throat, it doesn't create progress. It doesn't actually make things better. You're going to destroy people's lifestyles. You're going to destroy people's energy bills and everything else that they have just because you want to keep Greta Thunberg happy. That's disgusting. It's not going to create progress as you think. If you want to destroy everything, if you want to ban shale gas and oil and everything else and just say, well, let's just rely on the windmills and solar panels. You need diversity, a portfolio of energy. You need to have all options on the table. You can't just have one or two renewable energy sources and say, I think we can just use that as the main source of energy in the whole of the country. Not yet, maybe in the future. But allow the market to decide. Allow humans and local people to decide themselves. Don't ban things. I mean, I don't even want to ban solar panels, but allow people to decide. It's a democratic society. Do not turn Britain into another Iran. Now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to tell you about the plot inside the Tory party again. We have the latest updates from what's going on with Jeremy Hunt's coup, the de facto Prime Minister. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.